Nothing but a raw cast, a panelist for the podcast. If it's whack, we pause, cause we ain't on that. Only facts on the wax, never off track. That's the mantra, any genre about all that. Nothing but a raw cast, a panelist for the podcast. If it's whack, we pause, we ain't on that. Only facts on wax, we never off track. That's a mantra, any genre about all that. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, for the head, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, strictly for the head, for the head, for the head. Come on, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, for the head, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, strictly music heads, for the heads. Come on, come on, come on.
Hey, welcome to the Musicheadz podcast. This is your girl, your host, Tia, aka T. And this is a Musicheadz podcast where we talk music. Anything you could think of when it comes to music, different genres, different eras, different artists. We just have those hot topic discussions and debates about music. We'll be talking anywhere from Sade to Jeezy to NSYNC to Jill Scott, Outkast to Gucci Mane, anything you could think of. Those are the type of conversations we'll be having. A little bit about myself. I'm a manager, artist manager, founder of a independent label, a music connoisseur, music head, music lover. This is who we're doing this for, and we want everybody to just tune in and enjoy, and welcome to the Musicheadz podcast. We got Mr. Reduced Lunch in the building.
Whoa.
Hey, Mr. Reduced Lunch.
Yo.
One of the best podcasts out there. Go follow Mr.
Look,
Reduced
man.
Lunch on iTunes.
Don't do that.
What is
do
it?
that.
Spotify,
Yeah.
SoundCloud.
Go to iTunes, Reduced Lunch Podcast.
Go ahead.
Go to the, you understand, the Instagram and Reduced Lunch Podcast, the Twitter. All the same. Very excited to be here with Musicheadz. The newest media platform here in Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely growing, and like it's incredible. Like it's great to see this, and we need this. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So,
sir.
like,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
congratulations on this, and let's rock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Do
saying?
You got my broski over here.
Yeah, man. This Steph. One half
High learning.
One half of higher learning. You know what I'm saying? One time for my boy Alpha, he couldn't be here tonight, but you know I'm standing in the gap for him.
Always.
But yeah, my connection with music. That's what I do all day, every day. I eat, sleep, shit, and talk rap.
That boy one of the best spitters out here now. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Period.
Yes.
All right, and we also have D'Angelo, a.k.a. The Chosen, and Brittany Simone in the building. You'll hear from them frequently. They're going to be regulars on the podcast. So, yeah, let's get things going. So today, we was kind of talking about mixtapes that should have been an album. That's
Very interesting.
it's a lot of mixtapes. that
Don't
shoulda
do
been an album.
that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that, man. I'm not locked and loaded. Like I'm trying to steer away from like a trap or die. Like I'm trying to steer away from the obvious answer. You know what I'm saying? The classic.
But that's
Ross
not
Texas.
you can't say
You know what
that.
I'm saying? Like I'm trying to give like a. You know what? I have one. Acid rap. I'm gonna go acid rap.
Yes, that
I'ma
was
go
on my
acid
list.
rap.
Chance the Rapper.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to drop good music after that, but acid rap.
Chance
That's
was
it.
on my list. I love me some Chance.
Yeah. I just want to introduce. I mean, come on, you got that No Ceilings album. Come on, son. That No Ceilings.
No
they said
Ceilings.
when it first dropped.
So
When
you
it first
saying,
dropped.
but see, when you say
I'm not saying for his body of work, but I'm saying for how the music industry went now.
I
You know
would
what I'm
say
saying? How it is now with the mumble, you know what I'm saying, rap, that would have been something that would have been popping right now as an album.
I like No Ceilings. The only reason it couldn't be an album really is because it's just it's not original.
Yeah.
No,
You know,
not at all.
that's the only reason why. But I would say my boy J. Cole, Friday Night Lights.
And the warm up.
That's one of and the warm up.
Yes.
But see, the warm up has unoriginal songs in there too. But Friday Night Lights was a complete package for.
I think with those is like it's easy to say because like just like we were saying like Rick Ross with J. Cole, his strong like on the mixtape side, that was like really album material that was scrapped. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a mixtape like a No Ceilings where he was grabbing an industry beat. These was really songs supposed to be on albums, so that's why the projects was so strong. Like Rick Ross had a mixtape with John Legend on it. That's not a mixtape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
J. Cole, that birth of Simba. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not a mixtape. That was supposed to be album material. So you know what I'm saying? When you be like, yeah, that should have been an album because it really was supposed to be an album. You know what I'm saying? For the most part.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was trying to steer away from, just to like, okay, this obviously, you know what I'm saying, should have been an album. But yeah, that's a good one, you know what I'm saying, because I think in those cases, some of those mixtapes can like go toe to toe with their albums, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, of course, I mean that Jay-Z mixtape.
Like
I mean, I throw that in there. Because I don't think that mixtape is not going toe-to-toe with any of his albums, but you can argue it's one of the best mixtapes of all time.
That's when the mixtape game was so strong. That's when even Jay-Z on DOA challenged Wayne and said, I might get this to the mixtape, Weezy.
Right.
Like, you've been dropping, but the mixtape really harder than your album. Like,
Right.
That's so far.
And even that, you know what I'm saying? And even kind of
Hey, shit. You know that, right?
He had to jump on it. You know what I'm saying?
That shit, boy.
Yeah, I would also say Wale.
Oh, definitely
More about nothing. That's Wale, you know. I love Wale. But you know,
Seinfeld with it, man.
that's probably one of Wale's best. I say top 3 of his projects. More About Nothing was just. It was super dope.
Exactly.
It was
from the interludes to you know.
But what that mixtape proved right there, like you can tell his hunger. He was when he in between deals, like he just got his Endoscope because he said it like the Endoscope top 5. I understand. Like the starting 5 is this guy, I'm the 6th man. Like I am, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he was like, tell you what the problem is. When it comes to like, he was like, you can hear it in the way he painted that Tiger Wood, man.
Right.
And Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Man, me and T was talking. I referenced one of them songs on a song we got.
Drop the mixtape. That shit, what sound like an album?
No, the MC Just Missing.
Oh yeah.
That man, the suit, man, that jump was so raw, man.
That was raw.
And how you can take an episode and turn it into a song and actually like make it like something that you want to like listen to, like you know what I'm saying, like.
Yeah, he got a song with Wiz.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just
smoke song.
Yeah, man. I hate it. All right, he did. I agree. He did. Excuse me.
However,
damn, I hate to be this nigga. You understand? Like, you ever been in a place? You ever been like in an elevator and you like farted? And you like, damn, I hate I just farted. It's like, damn, there's a lot of people in that bed. Like, you gotta have greens. Like, this shit smell like rotten eggs. Like, it's the rare time your shit is just, and you like, man, I hate to be that guy right now, but that wasn't my favorite Wale project, man.
I wouldn't say it was my favorite, but it was top 3 of all his projects.
I think the project, I think everything around, it's one of the best marketed projects I've ever seen in my life. And the music, just to me, it didn't match. I wish he would have, this latest album, if he had that music on this, because it's a fun album. It's like a Seinfeld album. Don't make it hard. Like, don't confuse me. Like, give me, like, stick with Seinfeld, baby. You got it. And it was a great album. Don't get me wrong, but if we talk about the greatest, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I ain't really
the
last album.
And somebody got to be the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to throw that in there. I'm not too.
I would have gave you if you would have said The Gifted. That was a good project.
Was that an album or a mixtape?
It was an album.
That was an album.
I like The Gifted. I like The Gifted.
It was an album.
That was a very good album.
I like The Gifted. Yeah.
That was the first album after he left Interscope.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't it?
It was one before that.
It was one before that?
It was one before that with that Lotus Flower Bomb, that album. Ambition, yeah.
Yeah, I like the Ambition.
Ambition was fire.
Yeah.
That was a workout type, like, you know, I'm about to go do something type album, like, very motivational type.
It was a good song, but I ain't like that he put Ross and Meek on his album, his lead song.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
It was a very good song though. Don't get me wrong, but that's your album song.
Why Wale couldn't get popping? Like why?
Man, look,
he popping, but why he couldn't
always
get Meek? Because is he better than Meek Mill? Right? We think clearly he's a better rapper than Meek Mill.
He's
a
poet though. He's a poet, so his
In
rap
my
is
experience,
different.
he's not a good performer. I went to one of his shows and was highly disappointed.
Good point.
He was drunk,
Who, Wale?
all over the place.
Really?
Yeah, it was a waste of
He
money.
was raw, T.
Yeah. Because
He was live.
He was straight.
He was
like,
very good, and they fucked up his sound. And remember, he started freestyling.
I always say
Yeah.
Wale's biggest
The animal.
what made Wale fall off was signing the MMG, and
That's
I
what I
love
said the same
Rick Ross. I'm a
thing.
big Rick Ross fan, but you know
Took
that
his
wasn't
sound.
fit for him. You feel me? Like straight up, it
So-
wasn't. And he kind of conformed to a different sound that wasn't
Exactly.
him. People fell in love with Wale because he was Wale. Ain't nobody else like him.
That was his fault,
But then he
too.
tried to start sounding like he should have just stayed in his lane. To me, you know what I'm saying.
about
But
love.
I will always love Wale. But you know,
Because he
He
was
gotta
like he
take it
was
back to
cold. He was on
attention
that level.
deficit and
Right.
more about nothing. That
Him, Cole, Kendrick, they was all on the same kind of playing field at one time or
Yeah,
another.
exactly.
You
Yeah,
understand?
all of them.
Wale
yeah.
was in the talks with the tops.
With Cole,
Like,
all
Right.
of them.
All of them.
You
That's
know,
all them in
Cole,
that
all of them
same
came up at the
class.
same
He's
time.
still
Yeah.
wrong. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. But
Fred, all
As
of
soon
them
as he
in
went
that
with
not-
same-
MMG to me, bro, it was just like, it just
He
took
tried to
away
go
from
back.
him.
He
Not
tried to
no
go
more.
back.
If you look at it at comedy, like Kevin Hart, Lil Duval, and Marlon Wayans, like all of them was like on the same kind of living field at one time, and then Kevin Hart just took the fuck off.
right.
And then everybody
Yeah,
just kind of was
very
taking the fuck
true.
off. And I feel like Wale was just the one who never, he couldn't get as,
But
and
then
I
look at
never
they
knew the
team-
reason for that.
The teams, look at the team that people have around
But
them too.
I don't think.
Well, he had
I don't
Ross.
think it was
But-
that.
That's so
I don't think
But
it
they
was that
changed
big
his
of a.
sound, like she said,
That's
you know what I'm
true.
saying? So they changed who he was.
Yeah.
as a rapper.
I mean, I don't think it was
Cole
Rick
been the
Ross.
same
I'm not gonna
since.
blame it on Rick Ross.
Oh, yeah, of course
but I
not,
just
of course.
think that wasn't the right move for him. Wale as
Exactly,
an
yeah.
artist, I don't think it was the right move.
I don't
but,
think. I don't think he like behind like by like a lot.
Oh no.
Nah,
like
definitely
that.
not.
Like,
He's
he's
still one
not-
of my favorites.
Yeah,
He
still
still
but I
is
would
like.
like to him
He
to
still get features and stuff. Like he's still that guy.
He still can rap now. I mean, with the best of them now, it's just the sound.
Something
Like,
just
it
not
ain't
right.
Right? Yeah. It's,
Bet you can name 10 rappers better
I mean,
Facts.
you definitely can.
facts.
Yeah,
Easily
absolutely.
facts.
That's true. But he's still.
You can't name 10 rappers better than Cole. You can't name 10 rappers better than Crit. You can't name.
hell
Just certain, you know what I'm saying? Wale used to be in that category, but he ain't no more.
Right.
And that's even going back to the mixtapes. Crit, we ain't bringing up Crit, man. Crit
But
mixtapes.
to say he was there and is not there now, he can never get back there.
I mean, he could. That's what I'm saying. That's how I feel.
But I'm
You know what I'm
saying niggas
saying?
take
To
drastic
have
falls,
to
but
have the
look,
skill, you
Still
always.
rap,
The
that's
The
what I'm
nigga
saying.
done took a drastic fall time after time. Now y'all been cutting but at 2 minute breaks. Like,
Listen,
he ain't had no
all
good
right.
project after More About Nothing. Which one of them projects was hard all the way through after More About Nothing? Now one of them.
None of them.
That's true.
That's true.
some real.
He done had bits.
From
and
that
He done had maybe a hit on each one of them, but
That's the problem I
That's
have with
it.
Wale is because I
That's it.
feel like he just kind of conformed to, what was around him. I guess that shit.
Even the beats he chose,
his
man.
cadence was
Yeah,
off.
like
it just didn't even.
He got
poet
stuck
at
in
heart.
it.
Like,
That's
at
one
the end of the
thing
day,
I
he's just
did.
like a rapping like poet. Even though rap is poetry in a sense, but you know he's a real rapping.
He
ass
be in
poet.
his own head too much, man. Like when I hear him rap,
That's the problem.
he's in his fucking head too much. I'm like, nigga, relax.
That's the
You know what I'm
problem.
saying? Like his last album, I give him props.
Yeah.
He relaxed on that motherfucker. But I mean, come on, guy. Like, give me a break.
Yeah.
You know?
He's
You know,
way
but
too
I
in his
do
head.
agree with.
Could it be the pressure of trying to be just trying to be on the level?
No,
as
I
the
don't
other-
think it's no pressure in MMG.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody is
on the level is like J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? How he was with them
that
at
train
one point,
gone.
and then it just
not
he
they
just
talk-
missed
yeah,
it.
that-
I'm not
that-
saying, but at one point in his career, like could that have had an effect on him? You know what I'm saying?
They talked about it before. They said like they
Because
like real
think about
cool.
even in sports,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like how
And they hang
Carmelo,
out.
you know what I'm saying? How Carmelo was on the
But
same
that's
level
been
as.
so long ago. Like I expect you to bounce back by now. You know what I'm
True,
saying? Like
but I mean,
that's been
some
a
people
minute
just
ago.
can't bounce
Like
back.
I can understand that,
Yeah.
but it's like 2018. That
That's
was
true.
that was what 13,
Yeah.
2011 type of
Yeah.
you
But
know
look, like-
insecurities or whatever.
But look at like Cole, how he did the promo for this last project.
Exactly.
And he put out those 2 videos and the songs, and the niggas was like, oh shit, Cole dissing Kanye. Cole coming at everybody like shit.
And that album was a dud, right? Everybody agreed.
What?
Wait, what?
Just the last one.
What?
The last one. The one that he made
you
for the
talking
kid.
about?
J. Cole.
Yeah, J. Cole. The one he made.
Eyes on?
Yeah, the For Your Eyes Only.
What?
It was a dud, but J. Cole.
Here go friend with this. Here go friend with this shit.
That's a reach. You reaching? Are we not?
Hear me out.
No, but Fred, I feel you. I feel you.
Nah,
This is
I got you.
Go ahead.
I got you.
Go ahead.
no.
Him out though.
I can
No, I
see you
wanna
being
hear Fred out.
disappointed, but a dud though.
I think it's a dud. This is why it's a dud. It's a dud because
It's
Cole
so it
is-
went platinum.
okay, that's fine. That's fine. It went platinum. That's fine. He has a solid.
It went platinum.
He has a solid fan base.
That's not true.
Cole's next album will
Go platinum every time.
It will.
Like,
The next album he dropped will go platinum.
But people
Yeah.
like Cole. I mean,
right.
they're not gonna like him. For,
I'm not bad. Look, I'm not
Exactly. In love with him before this album.
but I'm not biased. Like I feel like the shit was, you know.
This is why
It was
Cole-
emotional. I felt
Cole-
way too emotional or something. Like
Right. Cole is at a point. Cole is at a point in his career, right, where, like, not even saying he can't afford to drop a album. You say, yeah, but I can't imagine like Kendrick dropping something at this point. And I'm saying, like, I couldn't imagine when I heard To Pimp a Butterfly, I was like, what could this motherfucker drop next? And then he dropped Damn, and I'm like, okay, I believe in him. You know what I'm saying? You can keep doing this. Then he dropped the Black Panther shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we regard J. Cole in such a regard, like, you dropping something and a nigga like, I could live with it or I can't. You know what I'm saying? That's real hard. I'm judging him on that level. Now, because I would judge Kendrick or anybody else, you know what I'm saying, putting out music who I consider, you know, fire like that on that level. So I thought it was a dud for him. I can't name a song off
I
that joint.
respect that, but no,
Me,
I fucks with it.
For me, I feel like, you know, he stuck to his roots, you know what I'm saying? J. Cole always was a story rapper, you know what I'm saying? Even going back to the warm up and to Friday Night Lights. Now they are on a totally different level, you know what I'm saying?
But
But
that's
what
why
he was
people love
going
him,
through,
though.
what he went through during the time he was writing that album, you know what I'm saying? That was a perfect story rap, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you was a person that connected with that album, like, you would enjoy that, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I
got
connected
you.
with
I
it,
got you.
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So I say, like I said, I read the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? You know, listen to it. So
Right.
for me, I felt like that was a bomb. You know, that junk that was dope. You know what I'm saying? And I went to the concert too when he was. So that was another reason why I connected with it, because, you know, he told the story even during the performance.
Right.
So it was pretty sweet to me.
Right. You know what? And I respect that, because the album in a rapper like that for me is like Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga not finna say shit to me about four. Like, we finna go at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, forever until like you start.
Like forever.
That album was wet. You know what
Nah,
I'm saying?
bro. Nah,
I didn't run into a
Nah, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that, brother.
A lot of people that said it, and I
Don't do that, brother.
with him like, yo, you crazy. I'm telling you. I was like, yo,
you gotta be sleeping for to say 444.
Don't do that, brother.
You gotta be.
Please don't.
I don't even want to look at you.
That's what you're saying.
That joke was dope to me, though. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
man, from an artist side of things, man. Listen, man. From the artist side of things, that J. Cole album, that last album, like you say, he stuck to his roots of storytelling. One of my favorite songs was that Folding Clothes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen to me, man. You know how gangster that song is, dog? The way that shit start off. That nigga singing on that bitch.
That's the one where you talk about the people kicking in this joint? The army people? And don't get me wrong, I would say I like 3 joints on there.
But the thing about it,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I like 3 joints on there.
That was one of the 3.
That song right there kept a nigga in the crib, nigga.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's one of them songs that you connect. If you connect with it, you connect with it.
That album, like, kind of showed Cole's growth as a human being, like, not an artist, whatever. He's just like telling you his human side, you know what I'm saying? Not the rapper side, like, you know, Folding Clothes. He's newly married, you know what I'm saying? He has that connection. So if you don't have that, you know what I'm saying, if you're not married, I don't expect you to really, or if you're not in no long-term relationship or something like that, you might not connect with it like that. But for someone who's in that position, like all his songs were kind of based around that. You know what I'm saying? Based around him as a human and not an artist. You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't relate to him as a human, like everyday regular people, then I can understand why you say it's a dud. I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? And like sometimes I don't feel like hearing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that was probably my least played Cole album. Like,
I was gonna say, that's probably his worst project, right?
But it's some people who really, really love it. You know what I'm saying? And his concert, I went to the concert too. It was pretty dope. Like, for you to be like, it's especially if you related to it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you related to it, you really like felt that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a beautiful layout. You know what I'm saying? But I can understand why if you don't like the shit, I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I just
hate
think
to be that guy, man.
I understand.
I hate it.
I understand. It is his. Like I said, it's his less played. Like, you know, I'm a Cole fan, but I don't really play that album this much. Unless I'm like in my feelings or some shit, I might go and, you know what I'm saying, go and play that shit.
I judge them guys like the new gods of, you know what I'm saying, hip hop. So I hold them to a real high standard when they drop music. Like certain people would be like, all right, well he was supposed to make that, you know what I'm saying? But when Cole dropped, when Wale dropped, when Kendrick dropped, all right, like what it's finna be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you listen to it differently, and I hold it, like I say, to a high standard, like a real high standard. Especially me, I make music, like, you got every resource you can ever have, you know what I'm saying? What is your album finna sound like?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Like, those guys, Cole, Kendrick, I'ma even say Drake.
Oh, definitely.
He's on my list twice.
Drake, I don't care
He's on my list
what
twice.
anybody says.
He
may not be. Drake is gonna go down as one of the best to ever do it, and he may not be on a Kendrick or Cole level as far as spitting, but
no, he can.
He gonna go down.
Definitely can be on Cole level.
He has a lot of ghost.
I mean, as far as, but no. He has. He had a young guy doing a reference track, and for my woes, that's not writing somebody lyrics. That's giving them a song. That's like, here's a rhythm, here's the beat. We came to the studio. Here's an easy record for you to do on your mixtape.
Drake can make any kind of record.
Right, Drake
it's
can
like he
make
doesn't have a sound, like because he keeps like jumping.
And that's fine. And this is why I was finna say this. Drake is gonna be, and I don't think it's gonna end like this, but this is a hot take I had.
Here go this nigga.
No, look. He's gonna go down in history if it doesn't happen this year to be one of the greatest rappers of all time. So I'm gonna argue the greatest without a classic album. Now, I know you probably all thought of an album without it. Listen, I know all y'all thought of an album and said, wait a minute, that's a classic. Let me tell you what a classic album is. All of us have different opinions, you understand? But if I throw Blueprint up in the air, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a yes from everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can name 10 albums we all say yes on. But if we throw an album up in there and even one person, it's like that's sketchy. Like if it's an honest, I don't know. It didn't connect with me.
Respect.
I gotta respect that opinion, and I feel like if we went down Drake albums, we wouldn't even get, I don't think, half to be like, okay, that was a classic. I don't know.
Sometimes you get.
I wouldn't call them classics, but he has like nice ass albums to me.
He does. It's amazing. He's gonna go down as one of the greatest. Yeah. I hope he. I think he gonna.
Sometimes
he just. It's almost like everything Drake makes is almost good,
right?
If not great. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the reality of it. So all his shit gonna ride.
Like sometimes
all his shit gonna ride. I don't think he have to have a classic album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He one of the greatest without
it. Also, like when people drop albums, like coming up from the early '90s, 2000s, you had to see like albums were game changers. Certain people albums change the way everybody else started dropping their albums. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to judge it from not just the artist and, oh, this was a good sounding album. When it dropped, how he changed the game, what he stopped. You know what I'm saying? Like when 50 came and dropped albums and Ja Rule just stopped dropping albums. You know what I'm saying? Like change the standard of now you got to get this producer. We getting Scott Storch for our joint. Now everybody grabbing Scott Storch. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to judge it for like look at it from that like standpoint.
So Far Gone is like one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, I was just mad when he turned it into
and
an
Comeback
album. He took
Season.
the songs off, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he took a few songs off the mixtape when he turned it into an album, and it was kind of shaky. You know what I'm saying?
I'm making a classic, man.
I mean, it definitely wasn't a classic. You know what I'm saying? Just saying like for you know based off what he was saying, how he changed the game. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying it's hard to make a classic. Is Damn a classic? Is anybody at this table?
I mean, but if everything Drake make is good, why he need a classic?
No, I'm just saying like a classic. I'm just saying it's amazing that he will be the only rapper.
Consistent.
Like I can't name another.
You gotta give it time.
He's consistent like the Migos are consistent right now.
No, I understand. Like everybody is spitting facts.
He's emotional. Everybody can relate.
Fact. I'm just pointing out the other fact. That he's like the only artist that's going to go down as a great, which that's a fact that he is one of the greatest.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
He's one of my favorite artists to listen to.
But he doesn't have a classic.
He doesn't have a universally like classic rap album. Of course he has time, and of course he's gonna drop one. He gonna sit his ass down and drop one.
You talking about
Drake? Drake, yeah. Universally, but I do have a question. Does everybody think Damn is a classic album? Does anybody say think Damn? Kendrick Lamar. Now, shaky on it. Even if it's 9 out of 10, it's a no for you, right? I respect that. We can't call it a classic right now. Then we got to give it time. Maybe
that's my thing.
No.
I gotta.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
I think To Pimp a Butterfly is a classic.
That definitely is a classic.
Anybody shaky on To Pimp a Butterfly?
No, I liked it.
We got 9 out of 10. That's good to know.
Good Kid, Mad
City.
Good
Kid, Mad City.
That's
Universally.
That's probably
and
my
I
favorite.
like that over Pimp a Butterfly.
Very good.
That's like that's my personal Kendrick
classic. That's why I don't like
classic.
Pimp a Butterfly.
Right.
Mixtape was kind of like.
That was a mixtape.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So and this is the year for him to do that. I think Drake gonna drop one this year.
Yeah, Drake definitely. He got one coming.
I think Kanye. How y'all feel about Kanye?
Man, he's so funny.
That's another different
I like Kanye.
Do we want to just go ahead and do a Kanye? Let's slide Kanye.
Next.
Slide. What about Kanye now, or what?
What about that nigga? What about that nigga? What we talking about?
What year we
My thing with Kanye. This is my thing with Kanye.
Hey,
don't overreact.
Fred his feelings about Kanye.
Everything he says comes with a disclaimer.
Real hard.
I'm a Kanye like.
Hey, that's Fred homeboy for real.
Everything you say comes with a disclaimer.
No. You understand? Listen. Kanye West, you understand? Mr. West. This last album that he just did was. You ready?
What is it? The Life of Pablo?
Yeah, The Life of Pablo. It wasn't a good album. I'm not going to say it was trash.
Facts.
Facts. Okay. Okay.
I gotta disagree. I gotta disagree with that shit, dog.
I disagree.
I disagree. I completely disagree with that.
That's
I
fine.
tell you what. I tell you what. I disagree.
It's a couple tracks.
Songs on it now.
Yeah.
They wasn't his though. They was
Listen.
Chance. And Chance has been trash after acid rap. Chance has turned into a politician after acid rap.
Whoa, pause.
Listen to acid rap and listen to everything after that.
No.
I like that was that coloring book.
Coloring book was everything.
That was, you know,
Coloring Book was
It
great.
was half damn near gospel album.
Exactly. I don't want a gospel album from Chance. I want acid rap.
No matter what you want, what he gave you was good stuff.
You're right. What he gave me was a politician, and I respect him as that.
Chance is the politician.
You're right. His spit.
He's going to be one of the new hip hop guys.
Chance is going to be the president one day. You
He has
understand?
mastered.
Right, I'm not.
I could definitely
He has mastered the
running
art.
for governor in the next couple years.
Right, and he's doing all the things. Like he was like, oh, I like Oprah. Like he's just saying all the right shit, and I applaud him. You
He's in
understand?
the right places.
Right, he doing the
You
right
think
thing.
he's calculating?
Oh, so I mean,
Oh,
woo, and he getting
There's
it all.
no authenticity with
Where
him.
is it at?
he's living-
After acid rap.
living in his
But that's where we are.
We went from a kid talking about smoking like cigarettes. Like this was the most honest album I almost ever heard from a human being.
nobody
And the next
kissed
thing
it.
I got was coloring book. What the again? You know,
Man could change,
I don't want to
right?
cuss too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, look,
Do
man,
your thing.
look, Kanye, man, suck my dick with that album, man. Like that Life of Pablo, it's just a bunch of Chance songs. Like I'm 100 now, 100. It's a bunch of Chance songs.
I like it.
I like
Give
it.
me a Kanye
I
album.
like it.
I liked it too.
From a like a artist side and standpoint, like this nigga is like a musician for real. Like the
Right.
way he
I
orchestrates and
agree.
trains.
That was
Look,
like-
listen, when I first heard this tracks, like. And you know the type of cat I am, the type of guy. But you know what I'm saying? Not for real, but like
Right.
to listen. And I didn't even know if like it was like the second song or the first song. I was going back and pressing. I'm accidentally going. I'm saying this is still the same song. This nigga was blending the sounds.
Right.
This nigga put Kurt
Like,
Franklin
that
on
was
the
like-
song. This nigga put a dog and all this shit just going. And I'm like, dog, this nigga.
He
painted
was
the
like
fucking
on
picture,
some genius
dog.
shit. Like, yeah, that he
This nigga
tapped
had
into
Havoc
another.
in the studio, dog.
It was wrong.
It's like,
Look, man.
oh,
I mean, I'm just
Chance
saying.
had Kurt Franklin. These songs were like done.
I know Chance had a
I don't
big.
know about
Like
all that
if you
stuff.
listen, why does Coloring Book and Life of Pablo sound? Why does Coloring Book sound like a better version of Life of Pablo?
But they already admitted though, Chance did. You know, what I'm
that
saying?
color
They like
was
8
that
records on that
He
joint.
did over 50, like about 50.
And it was the best
50% of
records.
it.
And that's not Kanye. Come on, man. Kanye made stars. Like Kanye gave Jay-Z his best album of all time. Well, no, his second best album of all time.
No.
Kanye gave Jay-Z his second best album of all time. You understand?
Earlier when I was referring to albums that changed the game, that Blueprint changed the game.
Yeah,
and they dropped that. That's why that nigga was on the front of the source with a rock chain and it said Soul Survivor. That nigga put soul samples. Not everybody started using soul samples.
Yeah.
That's why that nigga was so spotty when you used to see the nigga all the time. Like
That's who I want, man. That's the guy. That's the guy we want back.
Blueprint 5 mics should have been signed twice. Like nigga, I
man.
did that.
Come on, man. That's who we want back. So, you know what I'm saying? Kanye, whatever the fuck you do. Listen to me, Kanye. You understand? But it's Musicheadz, you know what I'm saying?
Look, hey.
Musicheadz, we here, you
I
understand?
think he gonna have something for you. I think he gonna have something. Give him a chance. Give him one more chance. Give him one more chance. You got to though. You know you got to. Give him a chance.
So like we talking about rappers and all this stuff. How y'all feel about the female rappers that's out? You know, what we looking like? You know, on the female rap side. Me personally,
Out right
I
now.
don't know. Like the female rapper who I'm rocking with the hardest probably is Dreezy. Right now, you know.
I feel that.
I like Dreezy. She makes good music. You know, and she's underrated, but
Yeah.
she makes good music and she has content in her music. You know, it's not just a sexy thing. It's not just a, I'm spitting straight bars. It's like a good, just good music. So that's who I'm rocking with. Nah.
She trying to hang with the big boys.
Yo, I like Dreezy. Like I just heard of Dreezy today before the podcast, and like I already put that motherfucker like in top 4. I maybe got Rhapsody. I mean, I love Rhapsody.
Me too. Me too.
You know what I'm saying? I got Remy
Rhapsody's
Ma.
on my list.
I got Remy Ma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right behind her.
Yeah.
Then I probably
put something out though.
Right. And I probably got Lil' Kim. You understand? And number 3. You know.
Ooh.
And then and number 4. You understand? I got Dreezy.
Yeah.
You know, I'll probably put Dreezy ahead of Kim, but I need to hear more. I heard one thing of Dreezy, but what I heard was amazing.
Well, you naming the top like 5 like female MCs.
I mean, just kind of like right now, just like bubbling right now. You know what I'm saying? Like today,
right
like
now,
who do I
okay,
think is
okay,
like right today?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Ain't nobody say Bartier Cardi.
She's not.
She's cool. I like her.
I mean, but I fuck with Cardi B. Like I like her little personality, but
Right.
I wish
I
Cardi
need
B
to hear a
continued success.
Cardi B project before I call her anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But,
like
this is-
people be comparing her
she
to
gonna
Nicki
have
Minaj
one.
and all this shit. Like Nicki got some shit out here.
She gonna
No,
have.
that's not an
people
appropriate
hate
comparison. No.
You just getting into the game. Nicki been the queen for the last 10
You
years.
gotta drop.
Yeah, people hate Nicki.
Drop.
You know,
I know a
so
lot of people don't listen to her, but
Nigga gotta
Young may
drop.
be sliding on a lot of like, you know what I'm saying? She is a female rapper, you know.
What has she
Yeah.
slid? What she slid
I'm
on?
saying she done had a little some.
she be doing like little freestyles.
Some
you know.
freestyles and stuff. She done dropped, you know what I'm saying?
That same thing, she need to drop a project.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like lyrically, like you know what I'm saying? As a female rapper. So I'm saying, like, if you talking like Dreezy, you know what I'm saying? Like something on that kind of level. She be sliding now. So
I like Young.
You know what
I
I'm
like
saying?
Younger, baby. I ain't heard much from her
She
though.
put out nothing like for real, but
Right.
you know what I'm saying. But as far as
She had a
like
few little
freestyle,
singles and shit.
she done put out like some.
Alright. That's
Like-
fair because I only heard one
What you
thing
call
from
it
Dreezy
came
and I put
in.
it in my top, so that's fair.
What you call it came and kind of crushed her wave, Cardi, because like Young and May was popping hard. Like,
Right.
Cardi dropped. Yeah,
Definitely.
But she didn't put nothing out after that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you got to be consistent when you come out with
They
something. you
should
gotta
have
be
did the
consistent.
fucking song
'Cause
together
Remy-
or some shit.
Yeah,
Right.
'cause Remy wasn't consistent. She put out
New York
there, you know,
never
a
get
couple,
it
and then
right.
she kind of fell back. Understand she had a kid.
Man,
New
that
York
Remy
never get it
song,
right.
that Remy song she had with Kim, that Wake Up.
Nigga.
Oh
I
my
like that.
god.
I like that.
Yeah.
Boy, that
Wake
jump
Up is
so
nice.
hard. Oh my god.
But
She
New
went
York
so
never get
hard
this
on
shit
that.
right, bro.
Oh my
Like,
God.
Atlanta get it right.
Yeah.
Migos,
They do.
21 said like all these niggas be on one record, like
Right.
all of them platinum artists, like
Right.
New York.
Putting out mixtapes.
Man, if you get Cardi, like all of even, no matter how you feel about Tekashi 69, the end of these artists, like y'all start making records together. You know what I'm saying? Like, but don't, you know, do it. Keep copying out the South.
That's what they preach too.
You know?
man.
A female rapper on my list. I love the show Wild 'N Out, and I truly believe that his Pick Up and Kill It is gonna make someone a star. But Justina Valentine, I like her freestyles. I like her music. She sing a little too,
I don't.
but she's someone that I've been listening to lately.
I gotta check her out. I don't really know who that is. I don't think I've ever heard of her. Yeah. So
I like her.
Yeah.
I'm about to check that out.
How y'all feel about Nicki Minaj? Like,
Nicki got it. Nicki got it.
vibe with her. Like,
You just got it. My opinion. Anybody, you just gotta drop. They gotta drop a project. She gotta drop another project.
yeah, I think she. Damn.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Jump back in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't
The
put
best
pictures
Nicki
on
project was her
Instagram.
first one, and that was it. Like
Yeah.
all the other ones,
Talking about like the first mixtape or the first album?
her first album on back, like to her mixtape days. Beam Me Up, Scotty. All
That
stuff.
mixtape was so hard.
Yeah,
Right,
Pink-
that's what I thought. That
Yeah.
mixtape was. That's what I was like.
No, but I'm talking about Pink Friday. That was her first album.
Okay.
That was her best. Like out of all her albums, that was the best
I
one.
can't
I
describe to
thought
go
she
back
was
and
finna
like,
kill everything.
But Beam Me Up, Scotty, yeah, that was when Nicki was like really on fire. Like
That's when she was in the
That's
BET
'cause-
Cypher.
yeah, she had Safari on that side too. Though, Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like Nicki Minaj, like, you know, I have to go back and listen to Pink Friday. I'm gonna take your word for you because you are a music head. You are, you know, part genius. So.
I'm not gonna say it was like greatness,
right.
but you know,
I
it was
I
her best.
Some singles off that bitch, like knocking.
It was
Pink Friday, right? It's just so long ago. Like but like I definitely like. Yeah, I give her that. I mean, I think her time is just past her. Oh yeah. You know, I think her cadence, her kind of style, is just like Lil Wayne dropped some shit, and it was like hot. And nobody cared. Like Charlamagne pointed out, like, damn, you right. Nobody cares that Wayne just dropped some fire.
Yeah, because Baby done kind of fell off.
Right. And it's like the cadence is just kind of dated. And I mean, it's just dated, man. Like, step into, you understand? 2018, baby. Right.
Cause Fab been moving with the time.
Right.
Fab been consistent over the years. What?
Have to.
Fab been two-stepping in the millennium.
Fab like I put out another album.
Yeah, I love me some Fab. He's one of my favorites. That's for sure.
Yep. From dressing to everything. Like, I'm gonna keep
the
up with the
dressing.
culture.
Fab been fresh.
His jersey game. Oh my
Shout out
God.
Jadakiss, because Jadakiss, you know what I'm saying? Him too. Some of my favorite, you know, old rappers that's, you know what I'm saying? The new
that's
old,
the thing,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what's hard. Like when we be talking about MCs and rappers, I be throwing the Locks and Jadakiss and them.
I love Jadakiss.
And
Jadakiss is definitely one of my
too.
top. One of my
You know what
top
I'm saying?
favorites.
Yeah, definitely. But you gotta like involve with the times, and that's what make a lot of good projects too. Getting different producers, getting like Jermaine Dupri executive produced this album.
Right.
Puff did this album. You know what I'm saying? That's why you get involved with it. You know what I'm saying? Like that sound. You know what I'm saying?
Down with that boy.
Yeah.
When he sat down with Nip, took the whole album to him.
Dog. And listen to how it sounds.
To the whole song. You know how particular.
Puff did Mastermind for Raw.
Right.
Yeah, that shit sound like a Biggie album.
Man.
Dog. Puff did American Gangster for Jay-Z. Come on, man.
Hey, Jesus Christ.
Puff.
Yeah, shout out to Puff.
That's
man.
why he's that nigga. You know what I'm saying? You see that nigga dancing and junk on Instagram? That's why he that nigga.
Right. Damn, man. But yeah, females, shout out to the females in the game. Definitely. You know, National Women's Day just passed, you understand? So shout out to Rhapsody.
Yeah, shout out to Rhapsody.
You know.
She don't get enough love either.
Right. I don't need
Rhapsody album so dope, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to know my hot take on that?
Yeah.
Come on, like we're gonna be 100 about it.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? My hot take about that is it was better than. Come on, y'all. Come on. Like, come on. Rhapsody's album was better than. Come on, Miseducation.
What?
Wait a minute here. What? Context.
Fred always like to come in.
We need to cut that out and
Fred say that again. Confusion, boy. That nigga the author
Take it
confusion.
back.
Let him talk. Please let him talk. Please let him talk.
Listen to me. Mixed by Guru, produced by Knife Wonder. Been in the mix for years, brewing. I understand that Miseducation is nice, like it gave us education in that time. But let's keep it real. The album didn't age as well as we think it did. Let's say when the last time you listened to it. Listen to me. The message. I mean, she's kind of judging. She's real kind of judgy on it. Yes or no?
Judgy?
She's kind of judgy. It's dedicated to the man with his independent realm, with his realms in his tummy. Come on, baby, don't judge me because I got telephone, baby. We in the future. Don't listen.
That nigga controversy. I'm telling you.
Seriously. Go listen to Rhapsody's album. It's not one track lacking on there, man. It's not one track lacking on there. She got legends on there. Knife Wonder is a legend.
But it's not about that.
Listen,
the thing is, the difference is Lauryn Hill made a timeless.
I think
20 years from now, you're going to be able to play.
Exactly.
I think the same about Layla's Wisdom. You don't think the same about Layla's Wisdom?
Come on now,
You don't think in 20 years you're gonna be able to play Layla's Wisdom?
They still playing Lauryn Hill, Miseducation Lauryn Hill on the radio.
Nobody's not arguing that.
Look, if you got to give this argument growth as well.
Look, nobody's not arguing how good.
It's great. I love that. Right? I feel like that shit was hard as fuck, and I'm mad people slept on it. You know, Rhapsody. Oh my God.
Nigga,
but that shit ain't topping.
Which one sounded better?
Listen,
Lauryn Hill. Come on, man. You can't.
Education of Lauryn Hill.
No, sound. The Sonics. Let's go to sonically. Which album sonically sound better?
But it's a different era.
You're right. That's why she has the advantage. That's why Steph Curry can be called. You're right. That's the only reason Steph Curry can be called better than Reggie Miller, because in these times he's afforded the opportunity. He's afforded the shots. Reggie Miller wasn't. He maybe could have got those numbers if he was afforded the same shots. So with this Lauryn Hill, if she was afforded the same mastery of Guru and Knife Wonder, who knows? But I'm just.
So wait a minute. So are the old school music out here?
Reasonable Doubt holds up today.
So what about the old school music? Is that not timeless?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So we still at that point today that we're saying Lauryn Hill, that album is undefeated, and that is the myth album. That's Jordan. We gonna act like this is untouchable.
Listen.
We gonna go old and die thinking that's the album.
I ain't heard. Look at Will. Hey,
it's not
for me, right?
For me, I'm telling you. Just think about it. Sleep on it,
bruh. The Miseducation when it dropped, dog. Do you understand the impact of that album? Do you understand?
I understand.
Listen. Do you understand the story? She was like some of them songs about Wyclef on the low. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Then she had a song about her first child on there. I got the impact of that album for that time when it dropped. Nigga, Hove dropped Hard Knock Life at the same time.
Right.
But it ain't the same. It ain't the same, nigga.
Look. In those times, like when she dropped that album, we didn't know these things about her. That some of those songs about Wyclef, just like this Rhapsody, it's going to grow. You got to give this argument time to grow. In years, we're going to learn things. She's going to drop. It was an instant classic, but it wasn't an instant forever classic.
She had it.
I mean, girl, you know you better watch. I mean, is that
Unplugged album was everything.
But was it that going back? Not the live version, but the regular Miseducation. I mean, was it? You know what I'm saying? As much as we know that, it was kind of on the level.
As good as Miseducation.
Tying in the whole album drops and all
she
that,
did.
connecting the Miseducation, the whole artwork, all of that was
everything.
Perfect.
It was a masterpiece.
Nigga, do you understand?
Rhapsody was a masterpiece as well.
It was, but it's not better than Lauryn Hill.
Give it time. Just remember I said, just give it time. That's what I said. It's a hot take. Like it's something that is shocking at first, but if you think about it, you gonna listen to Rhapsody out about 5 years.
Heard the Rhapsody album. Oh my god!
I'm just saying, bro.
And we heard a Rhapsody song on the radio.
Think about this.
Nigga, she had a
No.
Lauryn Hill had like a million
song. That's not how we can judge that.
Like, we can know.
No. Lauryn Hill gets more play on the radio these days because of the time. Like you got to remember, like even Jay-Z, like Jay-Z gets hella play now, but like these artists was fighting for play. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like
Lauryn Hill was doing her thing then.
But she wasn't play. She was
like,
a
she been on her thing. That shit, like it wasn't hard for her to get on the radio. It wasn't hard for her to get on the radio.
I thought Rhapsody was a little music player thing, bro. I didn't even know that was a real artist, bro. To be honest with you,
Rhapsody. That's the beauty of it. You got to give it time. Like she might drop a next project.
Rhapsody project is so hard.
It's so hard. Look, it's so hard.
Just how Kendrick.
That's not taking nothing from that.
Kid Mad City was there the whole time.
She had it.
I didn't know Kid Mad City was good as it was. You know what I'm saying?
She had the cheat code though, like you said. Like
I mean, the devil had the cheat code.
All of Jay-Z's albums, Guru is the person mixing these
tracks. All you doing is laying tracks.
Sonically, one of the best rappers, like across the best like rap rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody say Nas is not sonically good to hear. Like that's a Jay-Z sonically is good. Big Pimpin', like Guru is over all that shit.
Yeah.
He was over this album.
Dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just talking about my ass. Like
underrated.
Did you understand?
This is very
you understand? Knife Wonder. I put that knife in you. Take a little bit of life. This one. Come on, man.
That nigga,
man. Make me wait for you till 5 in the morning. Give me a break. That album is better than that shit. I'm gonna end it right there, T. Give me a break.
Yeah,
we
you
gonna
gotta
do that
say
right there. That album better, baby. You understand?
And the cheat code, man.
Yeah, but Rhapsody, she
Belichick.
if she can make some hit songs, then that'll bring her the the fan base she need to really like take it to the next level.
Right.
You gotta be consistent. Boom, drop again. Man.
Right.
Shit.
She had more tools than Lauren had. But from what the tools that Lauren had, you could consider it like better. You know what I'm saying? I will entertain that argument. You know what I'm saying? I look, you know, I can see both ways. You understand?
Yeah.
You know. Oh, you had a good one.
I mean, but yeah. But Lauren messed up though. That's when she got fucked up with them taxes and all that because she wouldn't give people their
But that
credit
doesn't
for writing them
discredit
songs.
her. That doesn't discredit what she did though.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Now she can't
We're
perform.
not gonna
What
bring
kind of do discredit
Just
what
a
she
simple
can't
mistake.
perform?
We're not
It's a
gonna bring
simple
up that
mistake.
dirty dark
Shit
side
happens.
of it.
I'm mad they
mistake.
did Lauren like that, man.
Yeah.
I'm actually
Lauren will never be the
time for
same.
that. I'm
She'll
actually
never-
actually had to do time. Like
I had
she
seen it though when she came. Remember I was sending y'all the video.
Right.
I seen it when she
True
came.
that. True that, man.
Yeah, Lauren will never ever be the same. That's for sure.
Oh, I like this one. Ooh, I like this one. Super, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit.
None
bro.
of that shit. That just nigga just.
He him, man. He do him, bro. He do him, bro. He don't care
I
about
was
nobody.
like, he's really doing this?
Yeah.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think he owed Rocco money, right? I
consistent,
think
too.
that's why
I
he
think
dropped
he-
them shit.
yeah.
All that money went to
Got out that
Rocco.
deal. Fuck you, nigga.
Damn, I
Them
wonder
I will
fuck
give
did he
that.
pay
He's
him off all the way?
consistent. I don't care.
I don't
how
know,
much he is
man.
consistent.
Yeah, he did.
That's why
Damn.
that nigga dropped. That nigga was 6 mixtapes in a month, man.
That nigga put in some work. You hear
That
me?
nigga was a March,
He
man.
probably recorded that shit in 1
Dropped
week.
that shit in November. I'm like, nigga,
But think about all the music.
niggas
think
just
about
dropping
the shit, though.
anything.
Yeah, he was definitely sitting on some music.
That-
That's what he did. Just pulled all his phones.
That was music he was sitting on.
Dude.
These niggas just always record. They don't just
Slime
record
bitch.
But I was
projects.
like, man, he really put this out? Like, he really recorded this? Like,
Nah, that's that junk he was sitting
But that
on.
was smart though. Just put it out. You know what I'm saying? He got to put a lot of effort
That's
into
You
it.
can
You know
tell.
what I'm
You
saying?
listen to it
And
and
let him get his little Rocco get his little money. You know. And
you can tell certain songs you can look at it and have like a feature from Ty Dolla. The new songs he just threw in the mix is just project. Especially something like that, trying to get out a deal, just throw together a project.
Yeah, man. Shout out Future. How y'all feel about that goddamn DJ Khaled, who has fucked up twice now, using Future, Beyonce, and Jay-Z?
Wait,
I mean, how can you make a record like DJ Khaled, like composing wise, like move out of the way, let Diddy do it. Let somebody who hasn't does that cadence. Yeah. Like I let the top of the Maybach. That sounds like Khaled is doing that.
Right.
Like when Future knows how. I didn't like none of them shits. I love Hove and only. Right. Like I only heard that shit once. True. Right.
I'm not a fan of it. I probably listened to it that one day and
Hove killed that.
That was it.
I like it.
Slid on that.
I mean, it's not garbage, but it's not
what do you like about it?
Because like, this the perspective I looked at it. Like, all right, both of the projects just came out, 444, all that. They dropped this song right here together, even though it's some fresh bars and material. But you remember they kind of was hinting toward they had a project together.
Yeah, I like that aspect of it too. Yeah.
So I'm like, this probably was something that they had tucked off a long time ago. Just through Future, just Jay threw the verse on it. I seen, and I'm on Twitter a lot. I just seen a little picture of a little car with Jay-Z and Blue in it, and I'm like, that shit look funny. Like, I didn't know if it was a recent picture or old picture. Yeah. Then in the verse, he was like, me and Blue when the thing off. I'm like, this nigga here is
they have very calculated moves.
Exactly. It's a marketing ploy. It's a marketing ploy.
I feel the same way that Steph feel. That's what I like the most about the song. I'm not like hype over hearing it, but just the concept of B and J. Kind of stemming off of their projects, kind of leading into. I'm in suspense right now about that shit.
Exactly.
Something about to happen. I feel it in my bones with either one of them. Both. But that whole,
They fucked
up like that whole little tandem, BJ tandem. That was what I liked about it. But other than that, it wasn't my favorite Khaled.
Right.
Song.
I
felt like it was
like
just
timeless classic. Like
I felt like it was kind of
like
just put together, like rushed together or something. It wasn't.
We're gonna be listening to that in like 2 or 3 years from now.
I ain't listened 2 or 3 days.
And Khaled, I mean, if Jay-Z and Beyonce are planning to do something, like why keep putting them duds out? You understand? We got Future, like so. There's no excuse. Like I put the top of the Maybach. Like, if you gave Khaled I can imagine Khaled in the studio like with his shirt off and he's like just over the boards and he's like telling Future, no, you gotta do it like this. I got the top of the Maybach. I got the top of the Maybach. I got the top of the Maybach.
He was
come on, man.
He was forced to sound like that.
Man. Every Khaled song. One Khaled song does not.
Khaled
you know what I'm
saying? Khaled cool with everybody.
Right.
Khaled got a cheat code, dog. That's why he can control whoever.
You could tell
reach everybody.
You could tell the Khaled records where he kind of moved out the way like Kanye go hard. Like you could tell Kanye was like move fuck out the way. Like I know what to kind of do with this beat. Cause like at that time when it dropped, like you hear it now, it sound if he dropped it today, it'd be the best record out. You know what I'm saying?
He was experimental.
Right, but when it dropped, it wasn't received like that.
For him to run when that go hard made that Jeezy record possible.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was the Kanye rhyming over DJ Toompa and South Beats, which he can do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Auto tune. Then Kanye started using it. Then dropped the
I put on.
You know what I'm saying?
All that. I agree. You know what I'm saying? How y'all? I heard. First of all, as far as like when we speak on gods, you understand? Like everybody has their own definition of what a god is. You know. So when we say who are like
gods, what like artist gods?
Yeah, like who are the gods
right now?
Right,
like now.
Right now.
I think you can't touch the gods like Hov and Nas,
right. I mean in that category, but there's some artists even currently where you see them and you say the trajectory, like, and I'll give that pass. Like if you could name me an artist who's on that trajectory of God and
you know what I'm saying? Because that's
I
how they.
I think Logic is on the. Why did you look at
Oh
me
my
like
Lord.
that?
I've
I've been with Logic since
room
Young
is spinning.
Sinatra. I've been a
What?
fan since
What?
Young
What?
Sinatra.
I wouldn't say
Nah.
God. I wouldn't say God. But he is a lyricist.
I've been with Logic since Young Sinatra.
Logic, wait.
Not with the
Let me
guy.
make sure I have the right person. Logic is the
Steph Curry.
no, wait. Logic is the guy who keep rapping about he's mixed.
Yes.
He is
But
mixed.
when I seen him,
He looks very white.
he looks really
Dad
white.
is black,
Yeah.
so
Looks
he
So we got all right. Just
He
making
took
sure
one
we
with
got
his
okay. So we
mom.
got
Yeah.
that guy. So
That-
which particular record that you heard that I didn't hear that you said he
everything
was
on
a
Under
guy?
Pressure.
Under Pressure. Okay, let me download these because
Everything on The Incredible True Story.
Incredible True Story. Okay.
Young Sinatra is a mixtape.
Okay, Young Sinatra.
No, I
Bobby Tarantino, 1
I
and
wasn't
2.
heavy on.
He just dropped Bobby Tarantino, right?
Bobby Tarantino, 2.
I'm going to give you
Two
one
he
chance.
just dropped.
Direct me to one Logic record. Like what record am
44 bars.
44 bar. What is this on?
This
Two.
no Bobby Tarantino 1.
No, 44 bars.
40,
Two.
he did it
has
twice.
twice.
He did a part 2.
You just got to
The
do
first
your
one
research,
is on
G.
Bobby Tarantino 1.
You trust this with your life. You trust if I go listen to this, I'm gonna come back. I'm just saying, one record. You only got one chance.
That's one of my favorite records.
All right. I'm just saying. All right.
Just give him like an hour of your life and just see. Just go through some of his albums.
Logic is
He
great.
will not waste your time.
He ain't no
He is
God.
on the
Nowhere
route.
near.
Definitely want to say God.
Right.
It's levels to
I got
it.
definitely.
Logic ain't on that level.
He has I feel like he's mastering the art of rapping from different
Yeah, I
perspectives.
could definitely name
Nah,
10
he's
better.
very
On
good.
gun related, you
He's
see
very
that.
good. He's like
I'm
a
a freshman, you see
nerd.
that. I like him.
He's a nerd. He's very good. He's very good.
I
You
say
just
he's
can't
on the
connect with
route.
somebody like him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the hip hop rap urban community can't connect with little dude.
I'm not saying
you know
he's
what I'm
God
saying?
now, but
He's
he
a
will
good
be.
artist. He
He
makes
will be.
good
You think he'd be
music,
like on
but
Kanye?
He's consistent as fuck, huh?
You think he'd be like Kanye?
He's very
level?
talented.
Like he
He's
gonna
very
be
talented.
Yes.
the guy.
He is, yes.
Nah, I can't say Kanye.
He is
Not
really,
Logic.
He's a
I-
big deal.
I
He
mean,
made
what-
beats.
Lyrics.
Hey, he made
He
beats.
got a lot of white. Yeah, yes sir.
He made all his beats.
Right.
Oh no! I didn't say that I make beats. So
Yeah,
I'm saying yeah, I do. Yeah, I don't know
Do
about
he-
that.
Logic make beats?
No, I don't think so.
Oh no, he can't say.
So you
that.
can't
Oh,
touch,
yeah.
right?
I don't think Logic
So
is better than the other white
exactly.
boys.
So that's why I put
You don't think he's what?
G-Eazy.
Right.
Logic
Throw
is
that
not
out
better
the
than
window.
G-Eazy, right?
Whoa, pause. Yes, he is.
Right?
Logic is so much better.
Come on now.
G-Eazy rap.
Give me a spit
What
it.
is that?
Fred ain't
Logic
shit.
versus G-Easy.
Logic is so much better. So
G-Eazy
Fred
got
ain't
sold
shit.
too
I'm
short.
taking Logic in that.
I
I'm
like.
taking
Wow.
Logic in
I'm a fan of G-Eazy.
man.
I'm a fan of G-Eazy.
G-Eazy slides now. He
I'm a fan
got
of
records
G-Eazy.
now.
G-Eazy, I think
But a
the
lot
rap
of his
circles
hits
around
is
Logic.
with features
You
though.
can't know.
Logic might edge him.
Logic is so much
Logic
better
might
than
edge
him.
And rapping wise,
He
Logic
is a
is
socially
better.
conscious rapper. Like
Definitely.
he will be in the talks of the Kendricks and the J. Coles and
I
the-
feel like if he ain't already, he
I don't know.
I don't know.
if
They
you're not
all
already
fuck
in the
with
talks,
each other.
it ain't go.
Then,
You
he got
know,
like he
it's
look
not
up to
gonna
J.
happen.
Cole,
Like, why does it
Yeah,
take
yeah,
time to get
definitely.
there?
Yeah, he
Like,
look up to J. Cole.
if
Like,
you got it, you got it.
It's like he called him his
If
big
you're a
homie.
god, you're
I
a god.
thought, I thought they was like on the same level. He was like, nah, that's my big homie, J. Cole, my big homie. I was like, oh,
Exactly.
So who everybody got as
They
a
ain't the same
god?
level. I wouldn't even say that.
Like, just give me your god, the god MC right now, or the god artist. It could be SZA. Shit, you understand?
They
The
said,
album
they
was,
said
I
SZA.
mean, for an R&B album that was fire. I'm an R&B head too.
But
Right.
SZA been
So,
rolling
I
though.
love
Like
R&B.
SZA,
So
I mean,
she told her
she's
truth.
been.
Oh, that's you?
Huh?
SZA? That's your.
No. I'm not
Oh,
saying it's
okay,
a
okay,
guy.
okay.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying. I was just commenting. You brought it up, so I was just commenting on the album.
This nigga
Nah, they're
retarded,
definitely not a
man.
guy.
Okay, who you got? Who you got?
For me, I like Crip, man. Cause I mean, he does
Agreed.
both sides. I mean,
God.
and he's been that way since
God.
forever.
God MC?
You know, for me,
Respect,
bro, I've been
respect.
listening to Chris since like, you know what I'm saying.
Respect.
Like Cat, oh man, bro. Like
respect. Cat like this is my shit.
And I've been following him, bro. I didn't seen him, bro. I didn't seen him on a little video on YouTube where he took some records blindfold, bro. You know what I'm saying? Where he took some records and put them together and made a record in like 10 minutes, bro.
Impressive.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm talking about like, and then spit on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but for me, I'm saying that he's a lyricist. You know what I'm saying? And he does it on both sides with the producing as well. So. I mean, he's underrated for me.
Definitely
you know what
underrated.
He's definitely underrated.
Who do you think's the new up and coming guy?
That's just.
Who's the new up and coming
the
hip
newer
hop
couple.
guy?
I want to say the guy right now back with the 444. This guy right here is Jay-Z. But if we're going to talk about a new and up and coming guy, that's a good. Just to not say Kendrick, just to not say him, I'm going to say.
I feel like it's obvious. Yeah.
It's obvious. I don't know if it's
He
obvious.
will be.
Who?
Kendrick.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Nah,
He will be.
you gotta
You don't
let
think he's on that
niggas
route? Like he's there.
I say Rick Ross before I say Kendrick because of the catalog. You can't put 9 albums versus 3 albums. You know what I'm saying? And like being consistent and really good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See me, I'm gonna go over younger. I'm gonna go over young and I'm gonna go a group.
Which I mean,
You're gonna
very
go
well
with the
could
I'm
be.
gonna go with the group. I'm gonna go with the Migos.
Why?
I definitely
Why
have
would
them
you
on
go
my
that
list.
route?
I mean, why not? Are you?
They gotta keep going.
Not a Migos fan.
Exactly.
Them niggas,
They on shoes
them
right
niggas
now.
doing a
Like,
lot of big
He got a
things.
point though.
they playing in the All-Star
They
game.
I wouldn't call them a hip hop
It's
guy.
not quality music.
No. Culture?
The thing is,
And they're dropping. There are some rappers like, you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't
There's
consider
nothing I would
them.
want to put on repeat.
I wouldn't consider them hip hop
The
gods,
Migos?
but they are gods of their music, their style of music. Like
They're definitely
like,
a vibe. They
were the
They
ones
have a lot of
who-
energy and all that good stuff.
yeah, they were the ones who basically created that lane, and they're on top. I mean,
I think,
They
like, I
been
think
consistent.
Scarface is a god. Like, maybe it's just,
Yeah,
that's just
that,
a South thing, but it's,
That little honcho Jack.
Honcho, I mean, a classic, man.
I liked
come
that
on, man.
little project, man.
From the artwork to the song. Who had a better smash
They
than
had
Saint Laurent?
tracks from Ill Mind on that.
I would say the
dog.
21 jump was kind of.
It was.
It
Who
was
had
kind
a,
of commercialized, but I mean.
it was no better record than Saint Laurent mask off that Honcho Jack. I mean, it was just perfect. The bass was perfect, and it was a perfect record.
That was a nice little project.
Big
I
Boy,
liked
they
that.
sample Otis Redding for the intro. I mean, Big Boy shit. Like, they ain't on some damn, wrench it down. Nah, they like spitting.
That track is so funny. That track's so funny. It's a nice project.
Yeah.
It's a nice project though.
I fuck with the young niggas, man. I they some young guys coming up. Like, you understand?
they are.
I hear you.
Change their sound too. When they changed their sound, they just took off.
Right.
Of course, we can say J. Cole. I mean,
Of course, definitely.
Of course.
yeah.
That's obvious.
I wish y'all could see me looking at Fred.
He will always.
I feel like he has something to say.
Yeah, he definitely got a lot to
Get
say.
it off your chest.
Okay.
Get it
Oh,
off
like-
your
It
chest.
on his face.
Oh,
Like,
He got a lot to
Because
say.
what we think is obvious, you are refuting.
I couldn't wait to
Time
say
and
that.
time again. So what is it? What happened?
Nah, Fred, nah. Like, I mean, I hold J. Cole to a very high standard.
exactly.
A very high standard. J. Cole, right now, that's why we went back and forth earlier about the album, because it was a good project. He needs to stay on this track, though. That's why he went back to that Forest Hill Drive. Was like, all right, let me get back to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The first two projects, that first project, I was so disappointed. He put so many mixtape songs on the album. And I'm like, we heard it. Like, this is the J. Cole album. This is the
Sideline
debut.
Story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Boom.
Yeah.
And then he did a few songs that he did have. It wasn't really J. Cole.
Yeah.
And then that's why, you know what I'm saying, then he had to let Nas down because that's how he felt.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm
exactly.
saying? That's the type of the album he had. So,
Exactly.
I mean, definitely, J. Cole, he
I mean, he
got
knew
it.
he dropped the ball with that one. I
Oh,
mean, I wouldn't say drop the ball, but he did, you know.
I mean, he had to put it out, though. He had to put it out. I understand that.
Yeah. I don't think J. Cole want to be a god, though.
Like,
for him to drop a project.
He definitely don't. He's probably the most regular. For him to be at his stature in the game, you know what I'm saying? He's super duper regular.
You know regular ass album out.
Regular ass album out. You know what I mean?
Man's gonna make him a guy.
Regular guy, you understand? Like, I don't think he want to be.
He don't want to be the guy, but that's cool though. But he is though.
I think he understands that position though. He got.
Yeah, he definitely understands that position.
Because like on like one of them songs, he was saying that on that like he put like a poem on the end of one of them songs, and he was like, I understand, like I'm a king, like we all kings.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Yeah. He know like Kendrick on his neck. He know Wale like they dropping. He don't give a fuck really. Like he don't let that.
Don't.
You know what I'm saying? Dictate his sound.
Yeah.
But he know like
exactly. That's why that 4 Year Eyes he stuck to what he do.
Yeah.
Man,
he sway. Even with the times, like Kendrick's his sound been changing.
The promo
has been getting greater.
In a good way,
definitely. I'm saying J. Cole, has stayed the same. You're right.
I mean, but J. Cole has his fans though.
He does.
Exactly.
And
just because you aren't a fan, you know what I'm saying? Like
I am a J. Cole fan. I love.
He has
J. Cole.
tons of fans.
Exactly.
Like tons of fans.
I love J. Cole. I think I put a lot of people on J. Cole, like the warm. I was on that warm up shit real early.
Definitely.
Real early, you know what I'm saying? With the come up before that, it was just, kind of little corny, skinny kid in New York, like spitting flames. Yeah. And that's who I thought I was going to get. When I heard Kendrick, like, I was like, okay, this is who I'm going to get. That's who I still got. I think with Cole, he was just like, I'm kind of comfortable in this lane. I want to make our own beats.
I was
really
so excited. I was excited.
I really want to explore on these albums. I want all of them to sound the same. I'm cool.
The position he in, like, you know what I'm saying, where he is mentally, like, you know what I'm saying, like, he's kind of like on the spiritual walk on himself, you know what I'm saying? So
that is true.
That dictates the kind of music that he puts out. So the people, that's just like the Migos, they rap about what they do, you know what I'm saying? So you got to look at it in that sense, you know what I'm saying? Because looking at the way he dressed, man, he ain't nothing flashy about him at all, man. Regular T-shirt, pants, and his ones. That's it.
Yeah.
You're right.
I mean, he stick to him at the end of the day.
Exactly.
But that's what has his fans. Like that's what's growing his fans. He's consistent in who he is as an artist. Right. He doesn't really conform. You'll hear some artists that, even though they are good, they're because Kendrick. I wouldn't say he conforms, but he, you know what I'm saying, be on, different type of shit, which is, it works for him because he just a great MC. But, Cole stay in his lane. But when he feature whatever, he going to come hard every time. He stay in his lane. Yeah. But that's the heart of why people love him. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he going to kill the shit, though.
Yeah. One thing I respect is you can tell they freedom that they have.
Right, exactly.
Music, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean.
Every artist want to be free. You don't want to have to be working.
You know what I'm saying? You can tell like he
got a dope team. I love Dream. I think he like the 4th best member of his team. Like his team is bars and cars and all of them. Come on, man.
The 4th best member.
I think like really. And then he got the.
But I'm just saying, like when he dropped
Johnny Trumpet over there.
Prophet single he put out, that slid.
He got them
his
young
artists
boys.
Are great.
Who them young boys? Earth Gang. He got them Earth Gang boys over there who sound incredible. Like I'm like,
he has a hell of a label for real.
I mean, come on.
And they put out them Tangled. I mean, them hits.
4th, 5th, 6th best in his own crew. Respect though, he put his crew on. You understand? So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Dreamville is definitely. He got a tight ass camp.
I was ready for them to like start dropping this shit. That guy, that one guy just dropped. Cause, yeah. Yeah, he just dropped. Yeah, his John.
Cause always make nice projects though. That's the thing. Like, yeah.
Definitely.
I went to that concert because of
Cole be bodying they songs. And Cole be jumping on that shit.
bodying they shit. He always body cars.
Cole be
He
bad.
always body cars. Shit. His new shit, he body that shit.
Oh my god. I'm like, man, come on, man.
But they probably love that though.
Yeah, for real.
They definitely like, damn, you came on this shit, like. Yeah,
man. Shout out to Cole, man. Yeah. I guess.
You know, Fred, like.
I guess.
I like
messy,
Cole. I like
y'all.
Cole. I just like to see where everybody's opinions at. Like, see if they really believe in that shit. And usually they people don't. Like, they just be like, well, yeah, I guess he is a super
but I
rapper.
remember me and Will was talking about it. Like, you know what I'm saying, as far as being consistent and stuff. And Will was like, all right, like, shit, that nigga better drop. Because, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You better,
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj in the same spot. She
you know
got to
what I'm
drop
saying?
something.
It's time.
Nah, you can't say
Nicki got
and,
to drop something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Nicki got to drop. She
Yeah.
got to drop.
I mean,
Yeah,
not
Nicki
taking
got
away from what she done, but like,
that's what silences everything. That's
You know.
that's why Ross stayed afloat during the battle with 50.
Yeah.
50 was going for this nigga neck.
yeah.
Ross ain't going out in the
Drop a
streets before
classic.
nigga,
Yeah.
man. That nigga just kept dropping albums.
Nigga drop Mafia
albums.
music,
Yeah.
Albums. Nigga,
in
nigga
his
had
house with a Versace shirt on.
with choppers, eating rolls and shit.
Eating lamb.
Nigga was on house arrest
Potatoes
for
from
real. Though.
Potatoes from
I think these niggas let the money be the root.
Yeah.
Who made that beat?
One of them, I think one of them
was it
cats
Cool
over
and
there. Either
Ooh, it might have been. Cool
Justice
Dre.
League.
Justice League, right?
Jesus
Jesus
got
Christ,
that
what
squad
happened
over
to
there.
Justice League? Man, they had like a
That's
little
like
short
a band.
run.
It's a band of niggas that make a beat like for real. The Justice League.
Right. Oh shit.
Yeah, so we good. I see. Well, yeah, that's a little bit of how things will be going here on the Musicheadz podcast. Tune in. We don't have a set schedule just yet, but just make sure you subscribe to our page on iTunes and Spotify and SoundCloud and all that good stuff. And keep up with what we got going on, and we'll be dropping some new episodes soon. So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Yeah.
It's been great, too.
Yeah. So.
A lot of fun.
Shout out J. Cole.
So messy. He's still
Shout out Cole.
Get off
Shout out
my
Will
man,
Bowie.
bro.
Shout out Bowie.